Well, I guess it's Evil Little Brat month on the channel right now. I've been talking about the Omen movies, a little evil. I talked about recently demonic evil kids who are Satan or whatever. But I guess in watching the Omen movies, it made me, I don't know, just kind of think of in the back of my head and want to revisit The Good Son, which is a film, a thriller starring Macaulay Culkin, of course, who was the biggest star in the world at the time. Child or otherwise, really, kind of fresh off the heels of Home Alone, and that's kind of what I don't know the whole appeal was to the movie because maybe if you're in like a similar age bracket as me, the movie came out when I was a kid, and kind of like all the talk on like the school ground was, hey, have you seen that movie where the kid from Home Alone is evil and he like tries to kill people and he even swears and like, I don't know, all that shit. So there's something irresistible about that. Whether or not the movie was like written with him in mind, or maybe they had like this like evil little fucking kid movie on the shelf, written, ready to go, but they just needed the appropriate star. And then like, hey, Macaulay Culkin, right? Kid from Home Alone, he's evil. Boom, movie. That I don't quite know. Maybe there's something on IMDb that kind of specifies or clears it up. I don't know. But basically, the hook of the movie is it's the kid from Home Alone and he's fucking evil. So that's pretty much it. And it works pretty much on that level, I guess. I mean, it's not by any means a particularly great movie or, great thriller or anything like that. But, I mean, in a nutshell, we have this young kid played by Elijah Wood, actually, when he was much younger, before the Frodo days, where his mother dies, his father has to go off on business, leaves him with his aunt and uncle, and his cousin, played by Macaulay Culkin, and his other cousin, the younger sister of the Macaulay Culkin character, and the kid is fucking evil. What can I tell you? And at first it kind of like starts out as boys will be boys, kind of innocent kind of stuff, like sneaking a cigarette or shooting BB guns at animals or whatever, but then it kind of escalates to like causing traffic accidents and attempted murder, and a very strong allusion to successful murder with a brother that died in the bathtub, who Macaulay Culkin claims to have killed himself, not an accident. So there's that, and it becomes this whole kind of, I don't know, intimidation game where the Elijah Wood kid, he is trying to warn everyone that, hey, this kid is evil, I'm telling you, he's going to kill us or something like that. And Macaulay Culkin, his character, is like incredibly manipulative and is able to kind of play his mom and dad and everything like that. Even like the psychiatrist who Elijah Wood has to go to, he's like just playing everybody, and he's like this manipulative person. And he seems like he's this adult, like he talks like an adult. He has, I don't know, this stance as an adult, like he just kind of says things that you think like a very evil, more jaded adult person would say, but meanwhile it's like, this fresh-faced little kid. Aha, isn't that the hook or whatever of the movie? But yeah, I don't know, it's strong in the sense that both the kids, Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin, they are really good. They have to deal with some heavy material in the movie, right? And a thriller as if it were to adults in a certain sense. They have to have this certain type of commitment to the material, and I think for what it's worth, they do really commit to this kind of, I don't know, silly story, but it feels genuine to a point. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's just not especially great. It's like if this were like a thriller with like adults, if let's say the kids were both grown up, and it's just like, and they're friends, and they're like, hey, Jimmy Bob here, he's a killer, and it's like, oh, okay, so wow, this is like the least in compelling thriller I've ever seen. But the fact that it's kids makes it something a little bit different. Maybe something, I don't know, not everybody would want to see because of the subject matter, because of putting kids in this situation. Seems almost obscene, doesn't it? Which is why maybe the movie's not like too well remembered or anything like that. Like the only, I don't know, like maybe only like people in my generation even, I wouldn't even be talking about this movie if it weren't for the fact that it's the kid from Home Alone and he's evil, and it was the taboo movie that you just had to see, and rent one summer night at a sleepover with your friends or something like that. I don't know, but on that term it kind of works. I don't know, maybe from a nostalgia point of view it kind of works. Pretty much, by the terms of the plot, it's nothing exceptional. Kind of goes down to the whole climax where it's like, okay, kid's trying to kill the mom and the Elijah Wood kid, and like it's even on the back cover actually. They're both on at the edge of a cliff, and she has to choose only one. Which one will she choose? Well, I won't spoil it, but I think it would be pretty obvious which one she chooses. Anyway, it's a decent movie. It's nothing special, but yeah, I don't know if you haven't seen it in a while or you haven't seen it at all. It works on kind of the novelty. What can I say? Macaulay Culkin, evil fucking kid. What can I tell you? There are some good moments. Like there's a good trailer line, which I think was in all the commercials. That was another thing, where like he's like hanging from the treehouse and he's about to fall and he's grabbing by the end. He's like, "If I let you go, do you think you could fly?" Or things like that. And the one part where he does swear and like to hear Macaulay Culkin say it, this little kid is kind of a little shocking. And it's like he just says, "Don't fuck with me," and it's like, wow, okay, Macaulay Culkin just dropped an f-bomb. That's not too bad, huh? But yeah, The Good Son. It's an okay thriller. It's average, but it's Macaulay Culkin. It's a kid from Home Alone. Anyway, thanks for watching. More horror reviews to come this month. 31 Days of Horror. Stay tuned for more. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll stay tuned for the next one, and until then, I'll see you later, and stay scared.